हरे 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 राम हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम कृष्ण हरे 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 राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Radha Shri Gadadhar. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram 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 Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram. Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Radha Shri Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaura Bhaktivinoda Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutabhada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sarivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Govika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude Tatta Ganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshari Vrishabhano Sade Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyahevacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Rama Rama Hare 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 Nama Eva Kevalam Kaulau Nasteva Gatyaranyata Jaiti Namananda Rupam Radhe Viramita Nijadharma Dhyana Pujariyatam Katvapi Sagridatam Muktinam Praninam Yat Paramamritam Ekanam Jivanam Bhushanam Me. Reading from Jaiva Dharma from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, 6th chapter, Nitya Dharma. So, the Vaishnavas had assembled at Pradumya Kunj, and some Smarta Brahmanas had come for a debate instigated by Laharishi Mahashai's son, Devidas. So they were objecting that how come you're letting even outcast, Atyantaja, those who are not even in Varna ashram, to take part in your meetings, in your Sankirtan. So some Muslims were there, descendants of Chankasi, who had objected to chanting the holy names at Mahaprabhu's time, but then Mahaprabhu delivered him and he became a devotee, and he promised that all his descendants, they will be Vaishnavas also. So up to this day, they're there, the descendants of Chankasi, and they're Vaishnavas. So Vaishnavadas was explaining that outcast human beings, they have also the right to practice bhakti, and he's quoting from Bhagavad Gita, famous verse, Mam hi pata vyapashrityo yepi shupapayona yaha striya vaishas tata sudrastepi anti param gatim. Krishna speaking to Arjun, Parth. Women, Vaishyas, Shudras and low-born people who have taken birth in sinful families can attain the supreme destination by taking shelter of me. So taking shelter, so Vaishnavadas is explaining, is that they're performing bhakti devotional service. And then he's quoting also from the scriptures that anyone can, from Hari Bhakti Vilas and Skanda Purana, that anyone who takes shelter of Krishna Vishnu, so he can perform devotional service, and is superior to others who are not engaged in devotional service, even though they will be born in Brahmana family. One quote is there, Swapachopi Mahapala Vishnu Bhakto Dvijadikaha Vishnu Bhakti Vihina Yo Yatisha Swapakachadikaha. So Swapacha, one who has been a dog eater, which is very low caste, but if he is taken to devotional service, then he becomes superior to the Dvija, to the Brahmanas, or even mentioned that if a sannyasi is there but is not engaged in Vishnu Bhakti, then is also inferior than a dog eater who has become a Vaishnav. Churamani. You may give many quotations from Shastra as evidence, but it is important to see what is the underlying principle in this consideration. How can the defect of degraded birth be removed? Can a defect relating to one's birth be removed without taking another birth? Vaishnavdas. The defect of a degraded birth is a result of prarabdha karma, previous activities that have begun to bear fruit in this life. And this prarabdha karma can be destroyed by uttering the name of Bhagavan. The proof of this is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto. Yannama sakrit sanvanat pukasho pi vimuchyate samsarat. Even a low-born dog eater can be delivered from material existence simply by hearing your holy name once. So that is the power of chanting the holy names, hearing and chanting the holy names. One can be freed from previous sinful activities. So many statements are there, especially in the Srimad Bhagavatam also. So he's quoting further from 6th canto, 2nd chapter. Nata param karma nibandha krintanam mumukshatam tirtha padanu kirtanat nayat puna karma susajate mano rajastamobhyam kalilam tatonyata. Those who desire liberation from the bondage of material existence have no means of rooting out sin except by chanting of the holy names of Bhagavan, who sanctifies even the holy places by the mere touch of his lotus feet. The reason is that when one performs Nam Sankirtan, the mind does not become attached to karma again. Whereas when one practices any other means of atonement, the mind is again contaminated by the material qualities of passion and ignorance. Since the tendencies to commit sin have not been destroyed at the root. So by chanting the holy names, it is expected that the sins are destroyed at the root. Of course, we should also mention that there are 3 stages of chanting the holy names: Sapradanam and Abhasanam and Chudanam. So if one is still in the beginning stage, then one still will have to struggle for some time to become freed from the effects of previous sinful activities. So the example is given just like the fan. So the fan is running, and if you turn it off, so it will take a little time till it stops. So similarly, if you engage in devotional service, it will take a little time till one is freed from the effects of previous sinful activities. But so chanting the holy names is just like turning the switch off. So then slowly but surely, then the tendency to engage in sense gratification will be given up. Slowly but surely, but it takes time. So that we have to understand. And then not only that, but we have to understand that if one is engaged in devotional service, one has to avoid committing offenses against the holy names, against the deities, and against the holy Dham. So otherwise, again, that there will be a reaction to the offense, and one will face some difficulty again. And in the material world, so even if one is nicely engaged in devotional service and one is pretty much cleared of the anarthas, but then still difficulties, it doesn't mean that difficulties will not be there, because it is the nature of this material world that difficulties will be there. But the devotee who is fixed, so he can tolerate the difficulties, like we can see in the Bhagavatam or in Chaitanya Charitamrita, how even the devotees, so externally they seem to have so many difficulties and suffering is there. And so, but by the mercy of Krishna they can tolerate. So even the greatest suffering, like Haridas Thakur, so he was chanting Shuddhanam, the pure name, but still then he had to face so many difficulties, and he was tolerating. So we have to tolerate the difficulties which are there. So we have to try to remain fixed in devotional service, despite all difficulties which are there, due to previous impressions or reactions or remaining reactions of sinful activities, or due to some aparad, or due to the nature of this world, or sometimes Krishna is testing, or external energy is testing, or sometimes even, so Krishna is arranging for the difficulties for the devotees, so that the other devotees, they can see that Even in the life of a devotee there are difficulties, but the devotee is completely fixed. And despite all difficulties, he will continue. So that is the situation which we have to understand. Again in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 33rd chapter, it is stated, Aho bata sabhagachota geriyan yajjiva grevattatin namatubhyam tipustapaste juhuvusasnurarya brahman uchurnamagrinanti. It is also a famous verse. Oh, what more can be said about the greatness of a person who chants the holy name of Sri Hari, a person whose tongue utters your holy name is superior to all, even if he has taken birth in the family of dog-eaters. His Brahminical status has already been established in his previous birth. Those fortunate jivas who chant Sri Harinam have already undergone austerities, performed 5 sacrifices, bathed at the holy places, followed the rules of proper conduct, and thoroughly studied the Vedas. So, as mentioned here and other places also, usually one will take up the chanting of the holy names after having performed pious activities, as mentioned here, in previous life. So then one becomes qualified to take up the chanting of the holy names in a serious matter. So, but anyone who comes in contact with devotional service, with the devotees of the Lord, so he may take up devotional service. Even he may not have performed many pious activities in last life, but then it may be more difficult for him. And then by engaging devotional service, so then I'll become purified and I can advance to some extent, and that will help him to make more advancement in the next lifetime. Usually there's a process of more than one lifetime to become perfect. So one who is chanting the holy names of the Lord is considered a great personality, a Mahatma, a great soul, and is superior than anybody else who is in this world and who may be pious according to material estimation, according to other persons who may even be following the Vedic literatures. So even Brahmanas, but if they are not worshipping the Lord, then they are inferior than the devotees who may not have had a good background in this lifetime. But the position, as indicated here in this verse also, that even though he has taken birth in a family of dog-eaters, but his Brahminical status has already been established in his previous birth. So due to various circumstances, someone is attaining a certain position in this life. And then one may engage in devotional service. But as in this example, so even one has taken birth in a family of dog-eaters, but so that is definitely a low birth, outcast. But sometimes it happens that one has been previously in the last life engaged in pious activities, but then due to some offense he is degraded. And so that is in the material world. Sometimes One is elevated to the planets of the demigods, and then one comes down. One can go to hell also and come up again. So, but Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Latta Bij. So one may be wandering in this universe, up and down, or wherever it may be. But if one is fortunate, then one comes, by the mercy of the Spiritual Master, in contact with a pure devotee of the Lord. And then in the association of a pure devotee, one can advance in spiritual life so rapidly. So also many statements are there in the scriptures that by coming in the association of an advanced devotee, so even those from lower birth, outcast, in the association of the advanced devotees, they can become quickly purified and advance in spiritual life. So, so by the mercy of a pure devotee, and even Prabhupada had mentioned that to his disciples one time, that I created your pious activities, so therefore now you engage in devotional service. But it is just as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yam Yam Vapi Smaram Bhavam Tyadhyam Chayante Karevaram Tam Tam Evanti Kamtaya Sadatat Bhava Bhavitaha. You don't know this verse? 8.6? You heard before.
Yes, in whatever form you worship.
Now, whatever state of being one remembers at the time of death, that he will attain in the next.
That is Antikale.
No, that's the one before, 8.5.
8.5.
Anta Kale Chamameva Smaram Mukta Karevaram. No. Yoga Parampara, Evam Parampara Praptam, that is there. Yeah, if you don't revise, you forget. Yeah. So at the time of death, if one is remembering the Lord, then one will attain Him.
Even at the time of death,
Yes.
you remember these verses.
Yes.
But in mixed form. Like one
In
is
mixed
from there,
form.
one is from there.
No problem. That is okay. Even if you say Yam Yam Bhavi Swaham Bhavam or whatever, and then Yoga Nashta Parantapa. Yoga Bhavati Sambhava. Yeah. So even if you just remember half, that we are blessed. Yeah. So therefore we should practice as much as possible. But yes, so Antim Pariksha, the last exam, is the time when we give up this body. So, big test. But anyhow, so we try to prepare. But the school tests are more easy, right? Although the board exams is a little difficult. Right? In India, so much study they have to do, the kids. Yeah. क्या? हाँ, yes. क्या स्मरण किया है? Krishna को. So he's asking if at the time of death, if one is remembering, then he goes, like he didn't say Krishna, so I asked him, remember what? And he said Krishna. So if you practice the whole life, and during your life, if while chanting the holy names, you can remember Krishna. If you're purified in consciousness, and this one thing is remembering, and one is revelation. Now in the practice stage, and even different kinds of remembrance, like the yogis, dharana and dhyan, and then samadhi, and then sphurti, revelation. So if you remember Krishna a little bit, once in a blue moon, you know the blue moon?
Yes.
When the full moon, there's 2 full moon in the month, that is called the blue moon. It becomes a little blue, the moon. So if you remember sometimes Krishna, so but what is the remembrance of Krishna? So that is with your mind, you're remembering something. But have you seen already Krishna? Of course, it is there, you see Krishna, you see the Shaligram is Krishna also. But you see the Satchidananda Swarup of Krishna? Krishna, the beautiful color of Krishna, like the rain cloud, playing the flute. You heard Krishna playing the flute? Looking at you, smiling at you? In the mobile. Acha. Okay, so in the conditioned state, the remembrance is from the mind, from the material mind. So that is, Krishna is not fully present there. It is a semblance of Krishna. So, but if one is more advanced, then dhyan, and then in purified consciousness, in samadhi, then Krishna may reveal himself. That is furti, his manifest. He's revealing. So the pure devotee, they are chanting the pure devotee, although it says sometimes Santa Sadeva Heri Yeshu Vilokayanti Premanjana Charidu Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Heri Yeshu Vilokayanti. So it says by their love, the pure devotees, they can always say Santaiva Sadaiva. They can see Krishna always and everywhere. So actually they're connected with Krishna, the pure devotees. But then at the same time, sometimes Krishna is also disappearing from the vision of the pure devotee, just to increase his lolyam, his eagerness for him to see Krishna. Even he disappears from the vision of Radharani. But Radharani is always connected with Krishna. The pure devotee is always connected to Krishna. But at the same time, still, he may not always see Krishna. And then he's crying for Krishna. And then Krishna may appear. So if one has practiced nicely, then Krishna will reveal himself. And then at the time of death also, then there's every chance that he can remember Krishna. But if one is not on that stage and only sometimes remembering Krishna, so then at the time of death it will be difficult for him to remember Krishna. But he may try and something will be there, a semblance, but it may not be Krishna as it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is, Krishna as he is, that is fully manifest. So semblance of Krishna may be there. Even Gandhi, you know Gandhi, right? At the time of his death, he chanted Ram. Mahatma Gandhi, he chanted Ram. No, the Prabhupada also said that he remembered that he chanted Ram, but Prabhupada, he was chanting Ram, but Prabhupada said he was not remembering Ram. He was remembering his, all these things which are happening at that time. His followers and the problems with the British and this and that. So he was saying Ram, but he was not remembering Ram, the person Ram. So, but yeah.
But it's not fully up to us, right? I mean, it depends on Krishna whether he will give us this remembrance or forgetfulness.
Yes. Sarvasya chaham ridi sanivisthamata smiting janam apanam cha vedashta sarve vidyo vedanta krit vedavit eva chaham. So yes, it is true also. We endeavor, but our endeavor is not sufficient, but we need the mercy of the Lord to be successful. So we hope, we try that we can at the time of death remember Krishna, but even now we can maybe not so easily remember Krishna, right? But to speak at the time of death, when the voice is choking up and the body is paining like anything, and well, you're half dead, right? When you're about to die, you're almost dead.
Well, I'm trying to say there is no reassurance because there are some people just they forgot the name or they couldn't pronounce his name, So it's like Russian roulette, so it's 50-50, whether I'm making an effort or not making, it still depends on Krishna.
Yeah, but still you have to make an endeavor. Because, but if you don't endeavor, then how Krishna will manifest. So we have to endeavor, and then by his mercy, then he will reveal himself. So that is there. But the thing is, Krishna is actually very merciful, and he's seeing our endeavor throughout the life. That is obvious, actually, not just at the time of death. That okay, now I take it easy, and the time of death I remember Krishna. That will not happen. So we work, we practice now, and we endeavor nicely, and then hopefully at the time of death we can remember. And if not, Krishna, if you have endeavored nicely, then even if you don't remember, then Krishna will say, Haribol, I'm here. So like this. So therefore you have to endeavor now. When you are young, you can learn some shlokas, nice shlokas, and then serve the deities nicely, serve nicely. So confirm, right?
So, brother, when Ajamil said Narayan,
Yes.
did he go to Vaikuntha, or did he?
No.
Was he saved from hell? Like,
Yeah, he was saved from hell
Okay.
by saying Narayan, the Vishnu Dutas came. The Yamadutas were ready to take him.
But he did not go to Vaikuntha.
No, not directly, no. No. He was saved from going to hell, but then he came back to his body, and then he went to Haridwar or somewhere, yeah, in the mountains, and then he performed some tapasya, and then he got perfection.
The same body, or he just took birth again?
No, I didn't take birth again.
Same body.
Yeah, yeah.
गुरुदेव ये बोला जाता है कि जैसे हम मरते समय अगर भगवान को याद नहीं किया, पूरा जीवन भक्ति की है, तो भगवान हमें याद कराने की शक्ति होती है उस टाइम पे, ऐसा कुछ है।
No, yes, he's saying, so if one has practiced the whole life. So he said that he heard that someone saying that then Krishna will, so Krishna will arrange that we can remember him. So, well, it depends on your intensity of your performance of devotional service. You have to be very eager to remember Krishna, to serve Krishna. And get up early in the morning. Not at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
And then chant. Yeah. More and more rounds, and do more seva, and eat and sleep a little less if possible. That's why we perform Ekadashi Vrat. That is very important Vrat. So we eat and sleep a little less as possible. And we chant more. You're chanting more today? How many?
24.
24, okay, good. Yeah, so, and we eat a little less, right? No breakfast, we take then lunch, and then evening maybe something little. So then it depends on your intensity. So if you're intensely serving Krishna, then Krishna, the same thing actually, then he will reciprocate, and he will reveal himself to you. Not only at the time of death, usually before. He will reveal.
This is the arrangement which Krishna has made for now. I mean, now the arrangement which is there for us to practice Krishna consciousness. So this is made by Krishna only.
Right,
so
yes.
that we can
Advance.
advance.
Yeah, yes.
It's not like that at the end of the time when we are leaving the body, then he will make some arrangement and he will
of course.
remember us. This is the arrangement.
Yes, we have the opportunity in the association of the Vaishnavas to engage in devotional service, to hear about Krishna, to chant Krishna's holy names. So in this way we can advance, and then if you do the whole life, then even in old age, when you have this problem, that problem, back pain, and today, first time in my life, I was sleeping so much on Ekadashi because of so much pain, because of my slip disc. So I had to lie down more than usual. And even usually I never eat in the morning on Ekadashi, but I had a little fruit because the body was so weak. So when you get older, then it's maybe a little difficult. Therefore, when you're young, you have to be a little more tapasya. And then when you get older, you can reduce the tapasya. And like Haridas Thakur, he was chanting many rounds and doing so much tapasya, but then when he was getting older, he could not. One time he was chanting and he was feeling very weak. And then, so he was much older than Mahaprabhu, maybe double the age. And so, of Mahaprabhu's age. So, and at one point, so devotees were telling Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur is very weak and difficulty in chanting. And then Mahaprabhu went to see him, what is happening, Haridas Thakur? And then he was saying that, I'm in a disease condition. I'm not able to chant to finish my rounds. He was chanting 3 lakhs, 3 times 64. And then so then he was saying, my body is all right, but I'm not all right. I'm in this disease condition. I'm not able to finish my rounds. 3 times 64. He was feeling bad. My body is okay, although he was old age and he was in difficulty, but he was thinking, I'm in Maya. I cannot finish my rounds. And then Haridas Thakur was saying, of course, it's just humility. But he was expressing and he was desiring to finish his rounds. Or it was difficult. I'm also still trying to, still 40 more for 64. Wondering how we're going to be able to finish, but somehow have to finish. If not, then I have to finish tomorrow. So, but when you get older, then maybe then you can relax a little bit. And then Krishna will reciprocate also. So then he may come in your consciousness if you have practiced, and then when you get older, and then you have to take a little more rest, and then you're just lying down, and then Krishna may come in your consciousness. So therefore you have to practice when you are young. Do some tapasya and do some more seva, more chanting, more reading, more hearing, so that when you get older, then you can maybe not do so much, but then Krishna will come and reciprocate. You will see that this devotees, he did so much, so now you can relax a little bit. So therefore, I mean, when you are young, you cannot imagine how is old age, right? Not much, it's difficult.
When we are diseased,
then you are diseased. When you have this slip disc, right? Then you can experience how it is. I can experience now, and I'm half dead. So it's like it's a trailer, right? It's a trailer. It's like seeing that's how it will be. And we hope we can, we should try to live 10, 15 years more. Or maybe more.
It will make you more stronger.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. According to Ayurveda, we should try to live up to 100 years. Right. But anyhow, the thing is, so I'm maybe thinking also my body is now getting useless. I should just give it up. So therefore, some instruction is there. When you are in this age, now you should try to live up to 100 if you can. If you go up to 90, it's okay. If you go up to 80, maybe it's okay too. But at least you should try. And if it doesn't work, then it's okay, then you give up the body. But we should try to live up to 100. That is there according to Ayurveda.
Gurudev, how is it possible for us to try to live up to 100?
Because the thing is actually, no, but still. Well, you see, because the thing is, no. Well, we have to be practical, so we have to see it, time, place, circumstances. So that was there in Ayurveda, which was there written when the people were living a little more healthy. The environment was more sattvic, then it is easier. Therefore, you can see that people, not only in India, even in the West, they live longer. My father just left, the body was almost 90. We just heard when Mataji's mother left, she was 100 years old. And some, yeah, 112. See, why?
And that too, she was like
100 plus.
100 plus.
She announced that I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like that.
So that is because previously the environment was more sattvic, so then it's easier. Now it's very difficult because now even the environment is not so sattvic, and you know how they produce the fruits and
Yes, yes.
they put so many chemicals. Then you eat that, then you cannot be healthy actually. So therefore we may not live this much. That is for sure. But still we should try to live. If not 100, then maybe 90. If not 90, then 80. We try to go up to 80. I
I'm 68.
68.
My body age is 68.
Yeah.
Karma is there also.
Yes.
No, karma is there, but at the same time, that even especially if you surrender to Krishna, then you may live longer also. That is there. But anyhow, whatever. Yeah, we should try, and we should be ready to give it up the body tomorrow.
Yes.
And so therefore we should be sincere and serious and think tomorrow is, no, today is my last day. So I should chant, but I chant some extra round today. And then tomorrow I get up early and I try to chant as much as possible. So in case I have to give up the body, I'm a little bit ready. I have done something at least tonight and tomorrow. So that we can also try. But anyhow, whatever. So we have to be very intense at the same time. Yeah, we should not. We should be relaxed also at the same time. Also. Relaxed also.
Brother, you were just now you were explaining the level of remembrance.
Yeah.
When you were explaining the level of remembrance, so let's say if we are remembering DT.
Yes.
So does that mean, and because if it is not fully realized, that remembrance, so we can just become a pujari in the next life, right? Instead of
Well, I mean, if you're sattvic now, then you become, and you remember the DT, then you may become a pujari next life. But if you're not sattvic now, if you don't do any DT worship now, how you can become pujari in the next lifetime?
Which
No.
quality, which kind of pujari?
Yeah. That's another question.
It's better.
And also the thing is, so it depends what you're doing now and what is your consciousness now, and that will determine your next body. Okay, so Churamani, then why is it that the Chandala who chants Harinam is barred from performing yagyas and other Brahminical activities? Vaishnav Das, one must take birth in a Brahmana family to perform yagyas and other such activities, and even one who is born in a Brahmana family must be purified by the ceremony of investiture with a sacred thread before he is eligible to perform the duties of a Brahmana. Similarly, Chandala may have become purified by taking up Harinam, but he is still not eligible to perform yagyas until he acquires seminal birth in a Brahmana family. However, he can perform the angas, limbs of bhakti, which are infinitely greater than yagyas. So, of course, according to time, place, and circumstances. So Vaishnav Das is speaking amongst Smata Brahmanas, and so they are very firm in their understanding, and to study the Vedas, to perform yagyas, one must be born in a Brahmana family. That was the system before. So therefore here Vaishnav Das is also saying, yes, in order to do yagyas, one must be born in a family of Brahmanas. So, but then he's mentioning that that anyone can perform other angas of devotional service, especially chanting the holy names, that anyone can do. But then we can see practically also that even Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. So he gave Brahminical initiation to devotees who were not from a Brahmana family, and they were also engaged in deity worship. So and then Prabhupada, he also followed that. And in Hari Bhakti Vilas also, Sanatana Goswami is given a similar opinion that by coming in contact with a pure devotee, one may be elevated to the Brahminical platform. If one is on the Brahminical platform, then he may perform Brahminical activities if he has. So that is according to guna and karma, not only by janma. And Krishna says also in the 4th chapter, Chaturvidha, what is it? No. Chaturvanam Ashishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasaha. So this is according to guna and karma, not just by birth. But then also it is mentioned, of course, and so that, and then at that time, if one was a Vaishnava from a Brahmana family, so then he was doing the yagyas rather than others. But if nobody is there, so then others may do also. And then there's, so even for becoming a spiritual master, so Mahaprabhu himself has said that Kippa Vipra Kibanashishwara Kainai Ye Krishna Tattva Vitta Sei Guru Hai. So usually also those of the higher classes, the Vipra or Sannyasi, they become spiritual master. But then he has mentioned, even if one Shudra Kenenai, even he may be from the Shudra family. Ye Krishna Tattva Veta Sei Guru Hai, but if he is a realized person, Krishna Tattva Veta. So if he has realized Krishna, then he can be a spiritual master. So that is Mahaprabhu's, so these are Mahaprabhu's words, and so Sanatana Goswami, so he mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas. And that is what we follow. But here, according to time, place, and circumstances, so Vaishnav Das, so he's agreeing with the Smarta Brahmana. So we have to be practical in our preaching, and of course we speak the truth, but then we have to also see how to speak the truth according to time, place, and circumstances. And obviously, so if one has taken birth in a Brahmana family and being brought up in a Brahmana family, and then if he's worshipping the Lord, so there's more chances that he becomes most qualified, but not necessarily. So therefore, but if the case is there, then he may do the yagyas. Churamani, what kind of conclusion is that? How can a person who is disqualified from an ordinary privilege be qualified for something that is much higher? Is there any conclusive evidence for this? So Vaishnava Das, there are two types of human activity. Material activities that relate to practical existence, vyavaharik, and spiritual activities that relate to the ultimate truth, paramarthik. A person may have attained spiritual qualification, but that does not necessarily qualify him for particular material activities. So that we can see practically also many devotees are here in our society, and then even so they have gotten second initiation. And now in our society, in the beginning, it was more easy to get second initiation than now. And therefore you can see, but even now, So even those who get second initiation, somehow, so they may not be really Brahmanically inclined. And therefore you can see many of the pujaris we have also. I mean, some of them, they're really Brahmanically inclined, but not all of them. Some of them, they're not. And in the West also. Yeah. So that is there. So, but they're devotees, but then to be, and therefore in the West also, steady pujaris are very rare. They're coming and going, and they're struggling to get pujaris.
They're struggling because they make a big fuss about it. You know, they don't want to initiate young devotees because they say, oh, you know, you're too young, you have to wait, you can't ask for us, you have to wait. And they like make the second initiation like something, I don't know, like a crown. You know? So it's horrible. You know? And then they're old, they're leaving, they don't have like pujaris, and then like rushing to initiate some randoms. You know, or not compatible.
Yeah. And actually, even Prabhupada, he said, for Gurukul, first they are there from when they're 5 years till 12 for 7-8 years. In the Gurukul, then should be Vana Ashram College. And then the qualified teacher, he should understand, after seeing the children for 7-8 years, what is the qualification to engage in Brahminical activities or not. So,
Why is there not considering astrology to see people?
Yeah, that also. Even that should be done also, actually. Even, for example, in Udupi, Madhvacharya Sampradaya, so those who are pujaris, and especially those, because there they are trained then to be pujaris, and then first to be brahmacharis, and then they try to make them sannyasis. But they will see the chart. And if according to the chart, that they see this person cannot be sannyasi, they will not allow him to stay in the mat. No, he should not stay in the mat. Because he cannot be sannyasi according to the chart.
That means
Yeah.
they're following the chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, horoscope, they see the horoscope.
But is it right with you? Like if you just
Well, to some
follow
extent it's okay, you can see. At the same time, there may be some exceptional cases maybe there, that somebody, but usually from horoscope you can get indication of a person's quality, but if one is very sincere, he may transcend that, and he may still become a pujariya, he may become a good devotee.
Yeah, by the mercy, because
By the mercies, yes.
This causeless mercy.
Yes,
What about
yeah.
this then?
So, but at the same time, so from astrology you can learn something, you can get some indication, but we don't depend on astrology. That is there, we have to understand. But there's an indication, so then they see the chart, and if he's seeing, okay, this person, he may become sannyasi, but then he has to undergo the training. He has to undergo the training, and then, if he qualifies, then he becomes a sannyasi. So, but if it is there in the chart, usually they are not taking there. Usually. I mean, that's their system. And they don't have many fall downs. They have very few fall downs of the sannyasi, very rare. Because, yeah, not only because of the chart, but because the brahmacharis are there and they're protected. The sannyasis are protected. You have been, Udupi?
Yes.
You have been?
5 times.
5 times, okay. So you have been 1 time, right? You saw the procession. You saw the sannyasi? You saw the sannyasi?
You just offered pranam like 100 times.
Yeah. So you could go near him? No, you cannot. Why? Because I have few brahmacharis. The junior sannyasi has maybe 2-4 brahmacharis around him, but the senior sannyasi has maybe 8 or 10 brahmacharis with him. And when they are going around, they're chanting some mantras. So no outside person can go close to him. So, especially no women can go close. So then there's hardly any question of fall down because it's protected. But in our society, the sannyasis are there and the ladies are there, they're very close. And yeah, maybe sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, we have. Yeah. But anyhow, usually not. They should not. Yeah.
Yeah, they should not. But
No.
they are.
but the rarest of the rarest cases.
Continuation of this.
Yes.
Actually was not allowed to approach him because they were like doing some mantras, or in general.
No, in general, it's very difficult to come close to the
But he
sannyasi.
can pay obeisances from afar.
From far.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
can also see us from afar.
If he wants to interact.
No.
No, no, not
No,
possible.
That's
No,
great.
no, no, not possible. We cannot interact. We cannot go close. There's a procession also every night with the deities, and then even the sannyasis are there, and then that they do puja and then they distribute some prasad. I mean, and then one of the sannyasis there, actually he saw me and gave me one coconut. So there is a kind of blessing, but it's very rare. Usually you can, there's no interaction with the normal people, but somehow he saw me and gave me coconut.
He read your face.
Maybe.
How is supposed to inspire
What?
others to come?
Well, you see, the thing is, you see the sannyasis going there, and sometimes they give class also, of course. That maybe there's some discourse, maybe there,
But not the preaching.
but not much.
They don't have this.
But they don't.
preaching
No,
movement
no.
like
They
what
also
is
no. They preach also. But those who are doing the seva to Udupi Krishna for 2 years, that are 8 months,
Yes, yeah.
and they have 2 years.
Yes.
So when they do the 2 years, at that time they focus on the deity worship, and they don't do the preaching. But the other 7 months and the sannyasis, they go for preaching, and they collect money, and then they preach, and then they prepare for their turn when they do the seva. So then for that means for 14 years they have to wait
Yes, to come there.
for the next term. So then you can imagine, so the system is really good, because then they're really eager, and then for 2 years they're enthusiastic in doing the seva. And then again, for 40 years they preach. And then, there was one, he did it maybe 4 or 5 times.
He was
Yeah.
88 plus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Madhvacharya. So
390
one,
something.
of course, they all 3 done this
But
one.
in his name it was something.
Yeah. So that is, very impressive. And so therefore they have hardly any fall down. There was only one. Only one. But no. So, but in ISKCON there are little more difficulties.
Because more preaching, more risk.
Yeah,
Would be
there's
more risk.
more risk.
preaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But if risk is there, the problem is there also. So therefore, so therefore Prabhupada also said we should have Varnashram. That is the thing, to establish his Varnashram. Because then, the sannyasi should be protected, and then the brahmacharis, like that. Then it's easier. If it is not there, then it's more difficult. So therefore Prabhupada wanted that to be established. And yeah. And like even, for example, you can see in Sri Rangam also, we were there, right? Sri Rangam.
Yes.
I was there also before already. And there's a place where the Brahmanas are staying. There's a place where, the Kshatris are staying, or like this. Even we went to Dalash.
Yeah, they have different village.
And Dalash, there's one small village where there's one devotee from here, Radharani. So she stays there sometimes. So there also, there's one place, it's a small village. But in one area of the village, the Brahmanas are staying. In one area, the Kshatriya are there. One area, the Vaishyas are there, and one area, the Shudras are there. So I went for japa work one time, one area, and one person came there, must be Kshatriya. Hey, what are you doing there? I said, I'm chanting japa. Maybe you're a spy. You're from the West, CIA. I said, fine, I'm chanting japa, okay. And he was a kind of, all uptight and strong. So then I was, anyway, what to do? But I didn't expect it. I never saw like that. And then he called other people also. And then I just depended on Krishna and chanted. And then questioning, so many questions. I said, I'm from Vrindavan, I'm staying in Vrindavan, I'm a pujari. And then I'm doing Brahminical activities, so and I'm chanting the Mahamantra, the names of God. And then I was quoting shlokas from the scriptures, and then others were saying, okay, looks like he's okay, this person. And let him go. But I didn't go in that area anymore. Yeah, of course, in Hindi I was speaking. They didn't even understand English. But they had heard about CIA. You know CIA?
Yes, yes.
You don't know? What is that?
Central Intelligence Agency.
Yeah, from America. Because, yeah. And India is what is CBI? Central Bureau of
No, Research and Analysis
Okay.
Wing. So India's is RAW.
Okay.
Pakistan's ISI.
Acha.
Israel Mossad.
Anyway, but FBI is there also, right? In
That
America?
is-
KGB in
CIA
Russia? KGB?
No,
Not anymore. It's called
Okay.
RGV now. So
Acha, you're up to date, huh?
now it is.
Anyway, whatever. But, he could understand that I'm not the kind of a spy. So I'm not a spy. He understood, they understood, and let me go. But I didn't go that side anymore. Because it was kind of, But then I went on the other side, there were Brahmanas there. And then, then the atmosphere is just different. Then, some people, come to our house, take some prasad. And there was a temple there also, they were chanting. And so then they were welcoming because they could understand. He's chanting the holy names, he's a devotee. And so that is there. So therefore Prabhupada wanted that. So. But anyhow, still we're trying in ISKCON, but in some places they're trying again and again, but it's not easy. Huh? In our society they're trying. Yeah. Yeah. Bhakti Vikas Maharaj is trying something and something little and yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Radhakundi has a place there.
Yeah, and there, there are ashrams and for brahmacharis, it's very much separate.
Yeah.
He's brahmachari.
Yeah. So that is there. Some of our leaders, they are trying, but it's not easy. Not easy. Yeah. So anyhow, so a person may have attained spiritual qualification, but that does not necessarily qualify him for particular material activities. So that is considered to be external activities, like Brahminical activities also, that is according to Varna Ashram. So those, even one may be a devotee, but he may not be qualified to worship the deities or to do yagyas. So that we can see practically, not those who have second initiated, they can do yagya. You can do yagya? No. You want to do?
Not so inclined.
Not so inclined, right, you see? So you don't have to, don't worry. He's more a manager. He's a kshatriya by birth. No, he's not a kshatriya. Yeah, I'm saying by birth.
In today's world, we can be by words only. Otherwise, you have to go to Soul, fight in the army.
Push-ups, how many push-ups you can do? 10, okay. 10 push-ups, that's all.
That's all I can do.
Nowadays, the kshatriyas, they're just behind, behind the computer.
Yes.
Yeah. But still some real kshatriyas are there.
Digital fighting online.
Yeah, fighting online, yeah.
So
Playing chess.
Yes.
For example, one who is a Muslim by birth may have acquired the nature and all the qualities of a Brahmana. So that is a Brahmana from the spiritual point of view, but he still remains ineligible for certain material activities, such as marrying the daughter of a Brahmana.
Hmm.
So,
This is my question.
So-
I mean, we can ask later because you've been
Yeah.
sitting since 1.5
oh
hours.
my God, yeah, it's actually more than enough, yeah. Okay, we stop here. Yeah.
Please go.
At least for a little time, you can forget this body, right?